our post-workout meal on the high day, 18 days out. What we have here is my famous flank recipe. This has not been cooked yet. So all you've got in here is lemon juice. You put over top of it. Then you're going to put soy sauce over it, and then the Lowry's teriyaki marinade. You flip it over, you do it again, both sides. So you obviously can see there's a pretty decent amount in there. 12 hours on one side, flip it, 12 hours on the other. Flank is a pretty tough steak, so if you don't have something acidic, it won't be awesome. Some people call that tender, I call it awesome. So that's what we have going on here. We're going to be knocking that out on the grill, and in the meantime, I'm going to prep the rice. Everybody knows food to me needs to be delicious. So get that heating up and we'll go from there. Zoe is always supervising. She's going to make sure that anything we need is properly cooked, prepared, and tastes good. That's where she comes into play. Alright, so I got the pan heating up. Got my onions here. Some of them you'll notice I already caramelized a little bit. That's because I don't actually eat them, because onions upset my stomach. So, got the onions going in here. We'll start cooking them down a little bit. Like I said, the reason some of them are brown is I've actually done some of them. So I'm going to bomb those in there. Trader Joe's, of course. Some bell peppers and more onion. Get some flavor going in here. Then we'll add some mushroomies. As you can see, it's an exact science. I'm measuring it out to perfection because you don't want to fuck that up. Come on. I watch Ramsay. He doesn't measure things. I don't need to either. I'm on his level. Mission star that, bitch. Okay. Those going. They say a clean chef is a good chef, and since I suck, I'm a mess. Alright, so we get those going. And what I like to do, and I don't even know if it's proper, but how I do it is I try to get some color going on the mushrooms on each side. Boom. Getting a little premature because I'm starving. The issue I run into all the time is I'm cooking these and trying to prep the steak at the same time. And my steak is my lifeline. I don't want to mess that up. You go overcooking a steak, it's not even edible. I love when somebody says, you know, oh, cook my steak well or medium well. I feel like they're telling the waiter, do me a favor, ruin that perfect cut of meat because God forbid it tastes good. I don't want that shit in my life. Like, they should just walk away and give them like a old shoe. Alright, so we get some soy going in there. I'm going to kick this down just a little bit, which I wouldn't usually do, but I'm going to run out and check the temp on the grill for the steak. Okay, so I get my timer going because I've got my flank. Boom, timer. I've got my flank going right now at 400. So I get that rolling for 1:28. Turn this heat back up where it belongs. I like these to be sauteing hot as nuts. Turn it down while I went out there real quick. You see the color taking place here? Delicious. Oh, say it with me. Delicious. Now listen, everybody wonders why they hate their diet or they want to cheat. And to me the answer is really, really simple. Because your food tastes like shit. If your food tastes like shit, you're going to crave food that doesn't taste like shit. It's a pretty simple process, really. So, why don't you make food? Oh, Splenda. Why don't you make your diet food taste good? You do that, you can diet year-round and be a better bodybuilder. Okay, so we got the Splenda in there just a little because, reaching across, sugar-free syrup. Safeway brand, or actually Albertsons brand, it's really cheap and it's a little bit thicker. Everyday essentials. Boom. So we got those rocking. We got 10 seconds left on the timer to go hit that steak up. This is where shit gets messy because, well, I'm not a good chef. So, turn this down a hair and run outside. Timer going again because we just flipped the steak. Back to work on my rice. Now this rice is not fresh, it came from yesterday. So what you do if you've got rice that's been in the fridge is you hit it with a little soy before you throw it in the microwave so it stays moist, you know what I mean? A little more soy because we're worried about salt. No, we're not. I love onion powder. I put onion powder on everything. Don't even know if it really does anything, but I think it tastes delicious. Like I said, we don't want salt, so we'll throw a little sea salt in there too. Get that mixing up. Now, again, we all know I've got this absurd obsession with Splenda, so we'll throw a couple of those on there as well, just for fun. Why did I take more out of there? I don't really know the answer to that. Boom, delicious. Oh, listen to that sound. That's the sound of magic taking place. Okay, magic. Now, we've done 1:28 on each side of the steak. The flank I got out there is a huge monster, so I'm thinking we're gonna need to go a little bit longer on the open grill side. We did one side 1:28, the other side 1:28, but the grill closed at 400. Now I'm gonna run 1:18. I turned the temperature down a little bit on the grill, and we're gonna run 1:18 with the grill open. What that's gonna do is make sure that we kind of cook evenly, but we don't burn the shit out of the outside. If you guys suck at grilling, chances are you're grilling with your grill open all the time, or I should say closed all the time, so you're drying it out before it can be medium rare, and that's no bueno. Or to get it cooked all the way through, you have to burn it and ruin it. Also no bueno. Last secret, basil. Basil goes in everything. I don't care if I cook this spicy, if I cook it like this with the soy, there's got to be basil, in my opinion. So I just take a little bit, sprinkle it in there. Fresh basil from Trader Joe's is awesome. I was just telling a friend of mine who was growing it in his house, which is odd. I was looking at this like pathetic looking basil plant. I was like, I pay like $2 for fresh basil and it's huge leaves. So your retarded plant should probably be thrown out and you can just go get basil like a normal person. There's my alarm for the flip. Follow me outside and I will show you what we have going on with the magical world on the grill. Dismiss. Excuse the shoes outside, we've had a little bit of a wetness problem. Okay, right here. Try not to get my disgusting George Foreman grill. Boom, flip it over, keep it back in the back. That'll sit there for another 1:18 and she'll be ready to roll. Start the last 1:18. Mix the rice up. Boom. So what I got going on here is 3 cups of rice. To answer everyone's question, there's no such thing as a free calorie. So when you see me throwing in extra stuff, if I was prepping someone, I would want to know that you can't take shit like that in and out of your diet. You know what I mean? This is a high day today, so I don't really mind the extras of the little bit of syrup I put in there, the mushrooms, things like that. But one thing that annoys the hell out of me is when someone says, oh, those are greens, they don't count. You know, and they're eating an asinine amount of like green beans or something. It's like, no, those still have calories, they count. You know, your body still responds to them. It's just not a starchy carb. So, come over here. We set up our rice. Square plate is the way to go, by the way, for those of you who are shopping for new plates. Oops, Zoe. Need a little help here. Zoba. It's hot, be careful, honey. Like I said, I'm not a good cook, so I make a mess. But Zoe's got my back. So it's not a problem. There's our alarm to go get our steak. We'd usually be rushing out the door, but like I said, it's thick, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm going to cook it with this delay. I hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. How's our monster flank look? She's beautiful, right? Now, come over here. There's a key to this. There's a method to the madness that most people don't understand when it comes to flank steak. I don't really know why it's the case, but it is. You see how there's a grain that go this way? Don't cut with them. It's less tender that way. You cut against the grain. Just like you live your life, against the grain. There are no rules. Moment of truth. Cannot be more than medium well, medium rare. If it is, my life is over. Because we're doing it live, baby. Uh-oh. Does that look good? Wait for it. I know what you're thinking. Looks. Oh wait, no. He's just fine. Because this steak's getting thicker as I work my way in. Oh, you were saying? That's right. Who's your fatty? I am. Changing lives. Boom. Like I said, the secret is out. So maximum a minute 18 on the open lid, minute 28 on the closed lid first. If this wasn't so thick, I usually run a minute 8. The 8 is very key. I know somebody's probably thinking, oh, why wouldn't a minute 10? Because a 10 won't work. It's too hot. It's too long. You're gonna burn it. It's like 6-minute abs. You can't get abs in 6 minutes. It takes 8. You know? Simple. Something about Mary for you young guys who probably aren't even old enough to know what that is. It's very funny. It's not funny to you. Stop watching my videos. It's over for us. Who's Zoe? She's in the zone. She knows the sound of the knife hitting the plate. And she's like, hey, I'm here. And I'm ready to help. Boom. Scale comes out. And don't worry, there's a way to make sure that everybody's okay on today's steak. That's why we don't continue to cut it yet. And get our 12 ounces. Sad, look how low it is already. I feel like we're almost at 12. Oh, son of a... Okay, so see like this one here, it's got to go on there because it's pretty much perfect. You know what I mean? Like this guy here can go a little longer. So we will take our 1.5 ounces from this guy. Did you see that? Did you see that? I need one cut. One cut. 12 ounces. We're in business. Alright, so this is a little bit underdone, obviously, because it was so thick. That's okay. It's okay. We got my travel microwave here. The reason we had to go with the travel microwave is I killed that one yesterday. It died. And I ain't got time in prep to go buy a microwave and have someone put it up. If you followed the soaker incident before, my videos, the hose, the yard, Dusty doesn't fix things. So, someone has to come do that for me. I haven't had time. So we have this. This is the microwave I take with me when I go out of town and they don't have a microwave. I bring it. So now, it sits on my counter. And this microwave sucks. You gotta flip things over to make sure it gets an even cook. Because I swear all the heat comes just from the bottom. It's silly. Now, if you're asking about me touching the food with my hands, I washed them like a week ago. They're fine. We're good. It's my food. I just washed them at the gym. Relax. 3, 2, boom. Alright, steak is ready. We're going to finish the cuts on this plate. Slide it in. Boom. Alright. Boom. I need a mixer. Didn't think that all the way through. I like to mix it. Become one with the steak. Where the steak is like a little gem I fall into while I'm eating my mountain of rice. And there you have it. One amazing post-workout meal. 12 ounces of flank, delightful mixture of 3 cups of rice. Let's just to make sure you guys know that I'm not biased. Let's see what the queen says. You want to try it? Want to try it? Take it nicely. What do you think? Oh yeah. We're in business. Post-workout meal. Done. Wrap.